Hey there, Hellscorchy here with another video reviewing some of the best stage builder stages in Smash Bros. Ultimate. A quick reminder that to get to these stages, all you have to do is go to Online, Share Content, and then press X and enter ID. Alright, ready to hear about some awesome stages? Let's get into it. We might not know who the next DLC character for Smash Bros. Ultimate is, but at least we have Mumbo's Arena, a stage inspired by Banjo-Kazooie. Now what I really like about this stage is how simple it is. You can see that there in the background we have Banjo and Kazooie flying around, we have Mumbo's house in the center, and we got some puzzle pieces and musical notes that remind us of the original Banjo-Kazooie games. What I really like is how simple it is. It's just two platforms and a stage, not a lot of craziness going around. So it's really good for really standard matches, 1v1s, competitive play, or anything really that you want to do in this stage. Nothing too crazy, and at the same time you get to enjoy some Banjo-Kazooie references. So while we wait for Nintendo to potentially add him to Smash, we've got this stage. Alright, on to the next one. Up next, we have a stage with a really cool mechanic that will change up the way you play matches in Smash Ultimate. This is the Scoop. Let's check it out. And here we are at the Scoop, a stage where if you spend too much time in that red area, you're gonna get scooped up, baby. So it's a really fun game where you're gonna have to try to get your opponent onto the red area to potentially get them scooped up. There's also some really other cool things you can do in this stage. For example, if your opponent is on one side of the stage, you can use those green indicators in the background to see when the scoop is coming up. And if you time it just right, you're gonna be able to grab your opponent and scoop him up. Really fun stage, recommend it. It's a blast and it's a lot of fun to play with friends. Alright, up next, a stage for fans of The Legend of Zelda, a recreation of the famous scene from the very first Zelda game on the NES. The It's Dangerous to Go Alone take this scene from the very opening, and yeah, let's check it out. This is another stage where I really like the references, I like the simplicity of it. It's really just two platforms on a stage with a sword from the game right in the middle, so it creates a separation here. So you could do some 2v2 matches here on teams that get separated between the two sections. It opens up avenues for really interesting gameplay, I think, while nothing really crazy is happening. I also just like the way that it looks. Here are some shots of how it looks on camera mode. A really nice looking stage, I just really like it. I like Zelda quite a lot, so this was a pretty nice homage and a really cool scene. Alright, on to the next stage. Now if your dream was to ever have Etika himself react to one of your videos, now you have the stage for it. Etika Reacts. Let's check it out. Now what I really like about this stage is it's very simple. It's really just a final destination setup with the main platform there in the center. But when you do get a kill, you get a full view of the stage, and that's when you can shout out your favorite Etika quotes and just have some fun with this stage. It's just really a silly one that I thought it was kind of funny, so I'm adding it here. Additionally, I like the little touch of the chat going crazy under the match as well. So the next couple of stages are actually submitted by you guys, the viewers. So if you'd like me to check out one of your stages, leave the code and a short description of the stage in the comments, and I'll make sure to check it out for the next video. First we have Suspension, which is a pretty creative stage actually. Let's check it out. So in this stage, as the name says it, you're just suspended in midair. So you're forced to use mostly your aerial attacks and maybe some of your projectiles to attack your opponent. I think it's a very unique stage. It forces you to play in a different way. There's no shielding, there's no rolling, there's no ground. So it's a very different way to play the game. Very creative. Enjoy testing out what character has the best aerials in the game with this stage. And now we have another viewer stage. Now a recreation of Whomp's Fortress from Mario 64. Let's check it out. Now here we are at Whomp's Fortress from Mario 64. You can see the Whomps here stomping the ground, the floating islands, the metal island where the star in this stage originally is. We got the main tower there to the left as well. Just a pretty big stage, but a pretty faithful recreation of the original in Mario 64. We got the moving platforms here with the wood and stuff. You can potentially create some scenes if you pick Piranha Plant around this area as well and try to put it to sleep. We got the cannons, of course, can't miss that on a Mario 64 stage. And we got this icy water area here at the bottom that also represents one of the areas from the original Mario 64 game. Really cool recreation, a little bit of a big stage, so I probably wouldn't use it for 1v1s, but if you have 4 players or more, it could be a really fun experience. So this one is just a really cool recreation of an older game, and you know I love those kind of stages. So this one gets a A+ from me. All right, on to the next stage. Now another viewer stage called Hexa, which at first glance doesn't look like much, but let's get into it before we make up our minds here. Now this is a stage that I really liked just because of the way it's laid out. We have this main platform in the center that goes up and down pretty slowly, and we have the side platforms that kind of remind us of Battlefield and some of those stages, but they're slightly tilted. So it's a really good variation from what we have from, competitive legal stages as well. The other feature that I really like from this stage is the fact that it has a drop down here in the center where you can go down under the stage and go for some really risky kills and setups here. So that's gonna be a lot of fun as well. Just a stage that I really like the format of. Nothing crazy or fancy happening here. I just thought it was a really good mix up from what we usually get from your, Battlefield, Smashville kind of stages. Now for this last stage, we have Ultimate Pinball. I've seen a couple of pinball stages in Smash Ultimate so far, but this one definitely takes the cake. And to test it out correctly, we're gonna hop onto 4-player mode. And here we are at Ultimate Pinball. As you can see, the craziness starts right away with all the bumpers, the lava sections, and everyone just starts bouncing around like crazy. This one's definitely one that you want to play with 4 people. It can get pretty crazy right away. And when someone dies, just like Meta Knight did right there, you get thrown in just old school pinball style. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your codes in the comments if you want to check out your stage. It always helps to leave a little short description of your stage as well. And remember that I'm on Twitch every Sunday and Wednesday. We also play a lot of Smash Brothers there, and we do open arena streams as well. So I'll link my Twitch channel in the description. Make sure to go there and hit that follow button. Alright, thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you on the next video. Peace. Damn, 105. Is it gonna be a 0 to death? 120? Oh my gosh. 132. Oh my god, that was so close. 144. 0 to death.